Hello, everyone. Hi, this is Erica Kessie. I am the Startup Grind Director here for Nashville chapter, and I have Shawn Hill and Tommy Dural for our LinkedIn Mindset Workshop. I'm so happy to have them here today. It is amazing. You all are about to get it today. They're going to bring so much value to you. So notepad ready. Get your notepad ready because they have all kinds of tips for you. I do have to say one thing about we have a partner that has particularly said that they want to partner in this workshop, and that is Tessa Chambers with 10th Muse Enterprise LLC. Help brands craft messages and tell stories that connect them with communities to advance equity, diversity, and social justice. You can email her at 10thmuse@outlook.com to connect with your target market today. Thank you so much for partnering with us today, 10th Muse Tessa Chambers. So now let's get right into it. Hello, you all.
Hey, Erica, how you doing, sister?
Doing well. So this is the portion of the workshop where they want to get to know, like, and trust you, just like I know, like, and trust you. So tell us about your stories.
All right. Well, the brief story, because I want to make sure we answer any questions that they may have. But the brief story is about 3 years ago, I heard a guy called Gary Vaynerchuk say that there are two platforms that you need to be on. At that time, it was TikTok and LinkedIn. Well, my phone was so crappy, I couldn't even download the app to TikTok. And my wife said, that's probably good because you didn't need to be on there with those kids dancing anyway. And so I said, well, I know there's one place that I can get on, and that's on LinkedIn. And so I logged into my LinkedIn, and I'm kind of like Tommy, and you'll hear from him in a moment. I'm a student of the game. So I really dug in. I did my research. I was YouTube, Google, blah, blah, to really learn how to optimize my profile and optimize my time on LinkedIn. Well, as I'm doing this, in networking, I just started reaching out to people. I saw that other people were already making the same mistakes that I was making. So just in our conversations and I'm talking, some people were saying, wow, man, I appreciate that. How much do I owe you? I was like, what? People get paid to do this? Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, let's talk about that. And so one thing led to another. And it's been a wonderful 3 years. In just April of this year, I was able to leave AT&T of 15 years and be able to do LinkedIn full time. So I'm excited and here to help and provide any assistance that I can. Erica, thank you. I appreciate it.
Wow, I'm so happy to hear that story. I haven't heard that. Yes. All right, Tommy.
Peace and blessings, people. I hope all is well. I am Tommy Dural. What's so interesting about the story is that Shawn just spoke. Me and him actually got connected in December of last year. Me and one of my other business partners, we was having a conversation about LinkedIn. And I was like, man, I definitely want to try to figure out how to work this particular platform. And he referred me to Shawn. And since the first conversation, you know what I'm saying? It's like he told me a couple of things. And, you know what I'm saying? He's like, I just wanted more. I just wanted more and more and more. And, you know what I'm saying? I got his course. I love the course. But at the same time, I was a student of the game as well. So I did a couple of things. I seen what he was capable of doing, and next thing you know, long story short, we together at this point. We have a Coach's Corner show that in the month of October, Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We're actually doing 7 days a week, Central Standard Time, 10 o'clock on Facebook as well as LinkedIn at the same time. So if anybody can ever catch it, if you're an entrepreneur and you're not on LinkedIn, hey, I'm going to just say it like this, and I'm going to close. You're leaving money on the table.
So much, guys, for your stories. This is amazing. So, the Startup Grind community is specifically for startups and for entrepreneurs. So what brought you into entrepreneurship itself?
Well, I've always, oh, yeah, okay, I'm going good. I've always loved being on my own free. One of my values, I did your test, Erica, and one of my top values is freedom. And I just got tired of having to go to my manager and say, well, I know I got these hours, but is the time on the schedule? Can I take off? What time do I have to be back from lunch? I just got tired of that. And so that led me to the only other option that I could think of at that time is entrepreneurship. And so for that, that just led one thing led to another. And now I have freedom, and now I'm able to make my own schedule, do what I want to do when I want to work it. I talk to my business partner all the time. We're out here exercising and we going back and forth and we're talking. And I wouldn't be able to do that if I had a 9 to 5. Once again, nothing against 9 to 5. Not talking about anybody's job if that's what you want to do, if that's what you want to do for a season. But for me, the freedom, what's the saying? It's the freedom for me. It's the freedom for me.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much. What about you, Tommy?
When it comes towards freedom, that's one of my ultimate. That was always one of my ultimate goals. Now, my background is I put in about 10 years in the oil field with different companies or whatnot, and I found myself um, basically you know, finding time, wondering what am I actually doing there. You know what I'm saying? You remember back in the day? Y'all remember? Well, it might be a way back in the day. It was back in the day. You can say about first grade, second grade. There was this test that we used to do, and the test had these little pictures on it. And the
Mhm.
question was, what is it in this picture that doesn't match? Yeah, you will have the baseball bat, and then the watermelon. I was this watermelon. You heard me? These dudes, yeah, these dudes that I work with, like periodically, all throughout these years, even to the point to where now, it's like they still reach out. And they're like, "Man, listen, we miss you out here in the oil field, boy. We'd love to have you." I said, "They gotta have another Tommy Dural, man. There's no other Tommy Dural." You know what I'm saying? You just had that particular presence. I have a particular presence when I walk into a room. It's like I demand
Yeah.
attention. But at the same time, I'm not trying to get that particular attention. But you can always tell by my demeanor on behalf of me being, just who I am.
Yes, yes. Oh, I'm loving it. It just makes people feel more connected to you. So, you mentioned, Shawn, exercise and having the freedom to exercise.
Mhm.
Let's talk more about having freedom to do the things for yourself in order now
Mhm.
that you're an entrepreneur.
Yeah, yeah. For me, like I said, that's what it's all about. You hear all the time on Facebook and Instagram, 6 figure that, 7 figure this, the G wagon. I'm balling this, that, and that's fine. I'm not putting down anybody that wants to do that. But once again, my value system is just different. Not that I don't want those things and want financial security and things like that, but the freedom was the key for me. And so when you have that as your goal, then you're okay with the up and downs. You're okay with not having, maybe all the money you could have. Because if Tommy and I wanted to, we can get a job now. I mean, we have the experience if we want that
Right.
stability, but we're grinding. I mean, we hold each other accountable. We're always in the back talking to each other. And so this is another thing I would say as a beginning, as a what we call startup. If you can get around the right people, and Erica is definitely the right person, if you can follow her lead, get around the right people, put you a community of people together that can support you, because in that startup, a lot of times it can be very lonely. It can be very isolating. And then it's that, and I'm not, once again, I have to keep saying I'm not putting down jobs, but it can be real easy to be, hey, you got to get this. Just go back. Just go back. Like that siren song, just come back. It's okay. You tried it. You did it. But when you have the right people around you that can hold you up and hold you accountable and say, no, 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 that's good. But you came here for a reason. Let's finish this. Let's do this thing. And so it's like I said, it's the freedom for me. The freedom, I love working out. I love being able to have my own schedule, work out when I want to. If I want to work out at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, like I did today in the mall, texting Tommy, I can do that. See, I couldn't do that at my old job. I'd have to call somebody, have somebody, watch out for me. I see if I have some hours available. I don't have to do all that. So it's like I said, it's the freedom for me.
It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Do you have anything that you wanted to say, Tommy?
Absolutely, absolutely. As far as my exercise really started on last year. For those who know me personally, they know that I started, my 2020 started off with a heart attack. January 17th, 2020, I had a heart attack, and I found myself coming out of that to the point to where I started intermittent fasting and I started exercising. Now, to anybody that's out there who's kicking the tire around whenever it comes towards exercise, at that particular point in time, I was go out doing like about a mile a day. You know what I'm saying? For a week, 7 days a week, go out there, give me like 20 minutes in, and then the following week I would add another mile to that particular regimen to the point to where I found myself walking like 10 miles a day. And people was like, man, something is wrong with this dude. You know what I'm saying? What is going on with him? But at the same time, it wasn't the fact of me going out there doing 10 miles. It was the fact that I fell in love with the mental clarity that came along with that particular type of
Ooh,
exercise to the point to where I end up, you know what I'm saying? I lost 50 pounds. I reversed type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol. I even had poor circulation in one of my legs. That ended up changing the narrative on that whole situation. So since then, I've
Wow.
been hooked on it. And what's interesting about it, the same thing with Shawn. Shawn had a significant weight loss as well. He's already still in that particular process. So he's my motivation to continue to go on. You know what I'm saying? I do my best lives when I'm out there getting this exercise in because the mental clarity piece is right there. But there's so much more to the story, but I'm not gonna hold it all up like this.
Well, I just want to reiterate some points.
yeah,
You mentioned community. You
yeah,
mentioned having mental clarity and also
yeah,
have motivating each other. And also, you all are partners.
yes,
That is something that a lot of people don't have in these entrepreneur streets. This
true.
is something that we need to make sure that we work on having. You have to have. And let's go back to the coach's corner.
Yeah,
Y'all, listen. You better go on down to the coach's corner. It's it's 10 o'clock every day. Well, except for Sunday, it's 9 o'clock.
that's
Go.
right. That's right.
Okay. Come on down. You're going to get so much value from these gentlemen. They bring heavy hitters in every time they already, they already the bomb, right? And then they bring in somebody that's going to make everything explode as well. So it's just amazing. It's on LinkedIn. So while they give you these bits and pieces, you end up changing your, your profile because you need to. Then 10 o'clock, come on to the coach's corner because they'll help you even further with your mindset, with your
Mhm.
emotion set and skill set. It would just be amazing. Shawn already put it in the chat. It
Mhm.
is the linkedincoach.com.
Mhm.
It's simple. The linkedincoach.com. Go there, 10 o'clock Central Time every day, 9 o'clock on Sundays. All right, we're almost to the 6:30 time. Let's get into these points. I'm going to take myself away here and let it be you two here on the stream. Thank you so much for letting us know more about you two. And you all can get into your LinkedIn tips, gems, points that you want to share with everyone.
Awesome, awesome. Well, we like to thank everybody for being here. We're excited to bring these to you, and Tommy and I promise that we're going to bring something different than what we do every day. So we're going to mix it up a little bit. What I want you to do while we talk about some of these high-level things is put your questions in the chat because we want to be able to help you and answer any questions that you have. But on a very high level, there are just certain things that you want to have on your profile that's really, really key. You want to have that profile picture looking good, smile, straightforward, looking ahead. You want to make sure that that headline is just crystal clear about who you serve, what you do, and then you want those keywords because your headline is searchable. Unlike on other platforms, though, or I should say better than other platforms, when you go out there on those LinkedIn streets, and we encourage you to do that, you want to make sure you don't want to make sure that headline goes with you. So that's why your headline is so important. And so that's really important that you get that down. what you do, who you do it for, and what keywords are your audience pulling up or keying in the search so that they can find you. So that's really critical as well. The third piece is that about section. Now, these are foundational. So when you get the foundation right, guess what? You can build the building. And so one of the things, keywords is my question. Okay, good. So one of the things you want to make sure of is you want to put those keywords also in your about section, right? Because it's searchable and those will come up. So keywords means what is my audience putting in? And so it's going to be different for everybody. So if you're really confused, get with Tommy or myself and we'll kind of break that down for you. But you want to have an idea about what is my target market putting in to search for what it is I do. Jenna, I know you are a career coach, one of the best career coaches. And so something, it may be career coach, it may be resume, it may be jobs. So what is your ideal client putting into LinkedIn to find your services, whatever it is that you do? And so that's critical. And so that's your profile. We'll talk a little bit about other things in a minute. Tommy, is there anything you want to say about the profile? Are you on mute, brother? You still on mute? You want to let you come off? Okay. Oh, there you go. You live now.
You can hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. People, here's the deal. When it comes to the profile, you want to be very strategic with your way of creating your profile. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times we use the Facebook side of things, and then we think that we just throw up a profile, and then we just we're getting mass attraction or whatever the situation is. Well, this is what you have to understand about the LinkedIn piece. Um, LinkedIn is like, of course, you know what I'm saying, it's for, other entrepreneurs, other business owners, whatever the particulars may be, people in all kind of different walks of life, is what I can say. So when your profile is very important because that calling card, did you happen to mention that calling card, Shawn?
No, go ahead, bro.
Okay,
No.
so there's a title within your particular page that every time you post or every time you engage with any type of comment, that calling card comes along with you strategically. That's how they have it set up. So whatever it is that you do, every time you comment somewhere, that's your calling card. It leaves it in that particular slot. Now, what you don't want to do is you don't want to try to get to a point to where you're trying to have a harvest conversation within the DMs if your profile is not current or whatever the situation is. You want to really divvy down and focus on that particular profile and make sure it's perfect. Well, not really perfect, but at the same time, we see so much different things on behalf of different profiles that we review, different profiles that we just see periodically that just has certain stuff, but it doesn't have everything. Just like, for instance, there's the about section. You want to tell your story. You want to tell what it is that, you know what I'm saying, that you do, what it is, the reason why you do what you do. And then you want to have a call to action within the about section. If you don't have those particular things, just think about going, you know what I'm saying, hold a conversation, telling somebody you can do X, Y, Z, and all this other stuff, but then they come over to your profile and it's actually bland. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get into more different things on behalf of that. So I'll just leave it at that. Come on with it, Shawn.
All right, brother. And so we talked about the profile. So those are foundational. We can always build on the foundation, but to get those things right, those are foundation. Erica asked about the profile photo. The main thing is keep it simple. Smiling, headshot, looking forward. All this other stuff, these avatars, these logos, friends in the photo, won't work. Full body shots. Hey, I know some people work on their body. You're so proud of it. We get it. But that's not the place for it. The reason is you have to think of LinkedIn as a networking event. So at a networking event, you want to build a closeness to a person. You want to have that physical closeness. When you have a full body shot, it pulls your profile in a two-dimensional way away from that person. They don't feel that closeness, but just a full face, smiling, looking approachable. That's key. That's key. See a video option. Should we use it? Value. Thank you. Yeah. There's two different types of video. Okay. So one, and that's a great question. One is a video you can upload. So let me give you an example. Let's say, for instance, you have a YouTube video. You say, well, I'd like to share this on LinkedIn. What you want to do is don't share the YouTube video, because it's what's called native content. In other words, native means on the platform. It's better to download that video or have it, already have the video and then upload it natively to LinkedIn. One of the things you want to do with video is make sure you have the captions, right? Because a lot of people are watching their video, they're watching it at work, or they're watching it in somewhere where it's noisy, so they can't listen to the video. But if you have it captioned, they can get your words. And so you want to have it captioned as well. Ideally, shorter is better, right? So we're talking about 2 minutes or less. Don't upload an 8, 9, 10 minute standard video to LinkedIn. People aren't going to look. Now, so that's video that you would upload. The other option is live video. That's what Tommy and I do all the time. Unlike other platforms, with LinkedIn, you have to apply for that. So if I want to go live on Facebook, I click a button. If I want to go live on Instagram, I click a button. Everybody live. On LinkedIn, it's a little different. You have to apply for it, but I keep telling people, go ahead and apply for it, because back in the day, it was hard to get. It was hard to get. But now, because they want more live content, it's a lot easier to get approved. And I've seen people getting approved in very few days. So video is important. That's Tommy's big thing. You always go, you gotta go live, Guys, here's all I'm gonna say about it, and I'm gonna throw it to Tommy because this is kind of his area. Live video is your best way to get engagement, to get the know, like, and trust factor. Because uploaded video is fine, but that can be scrubbed, it can be professional, all the mistakes are brushed out. People want the real you. They want the authentic you, the unrehearsed you. And so if you really want to connect with people, go live. Go live. That's how you're going to get that real connection. That's how we get the traction. That's how you build community. It's very hard to build community with the standard video that you just uploaded, because everybody's going in there at different times. But when you can go live and have a set time, have a name of your show, that builds community. And that's what Tommy and I are all about. Come on, Coach. Talk to me about video. That's your thing.
Well, listen. Sometimes Shawn don't let me talk about live. See how much I love lives. You know what I'm saying? You might be the entrepreneur that it's a struggle for you to go live, or you might be an entrepreneur that just never went live, period. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, understand this. There's certain individuals that only you are going to be able to reach. So let's just paint a picture. If you're a business owner and you want a social media presence, and you understand what your target market is, understand this: if you're not an individual that goes live, there's somebody that's out there that'll never start a business because they wasn't able to find you, because your vibe attracts your tribe. You know what I'm saying? Your story, whatever your story may be. Shawn, there's a lot of times that I'm still holding conversations with people that's in their 30s that still don't believe that they have a story that makes sense. Well, it makes sense to somebody because those particular cards were played in another particular individual, and it is going to resonate with those particular people, with that particular niche of individuals. So always feel free to go live, or if you uncomfortable with going live, practice some way somehow. What's so crazy about it, Shawn? I met an entrepreneur one time, and her fear was going live. So what she did was she created a second page that didn't have no friends on it, and she would go and play on the live on that particular page just to go live to get her practice. And I'm like, so how are you going to practice when there's nobody that's going to be on there? She dreads if somebody is going to be on there to the point to where it makes her freeze up. So I said, you know what? I got some time. Go ahead and go live. I'm going to be on that thing. Let me see what you do. So she went on ahead and went live, and she seen that number one come up in the little corner section. She froze.
Yeah.
I said, ooh, I cannot believe this. There has to be more. It's those particular self-limiting beliefs
Yes.
that
Yeah.
you basically are worried about what other people are going to say. Those other people, you know what I'm saying? Those particular people comments are people that will never get into your business. So it's all about being strategic. It's all about doing spring cleaning. You know what I'm saying? You have all the, just like for instance, if you're on Facebook, you got 5,000 friends on Facebook. I guarantee you at least 4,000 of those people, might be more, 4,000 of those people are dead people. You know what I'm saying? One way or another. Understanding that how important that if you want that social media presence, you have to go live.
That's it. That's it. So is there a video option in the profile picture section? Should we use it? Yes, that video option is for uploaded videos. You have to have like a system, a conduit to go live on the platform. So like we use StreamYard. That's what we use. I think you can go live on there on by using Zoom and there's other things you can use. But that video option is if you're going to upload a video. Once again, nothing wrong with it. You can do it. It's better than nothing. It's not better than live. Is there a blueprint for going live? Oh, thank you for asking that. Yes, yes, Coach and I was just talking about this today. Whoo, okay. Coach like live, this is my pet peeve. Guys, to build community, what we do, you have to think of your live as a TV program. So how much traction would your brand new TV program get if it didn't have a name, if it came on at odd hours, if there was just no way of knowing when it would show up, right? So there are certain things you want to have on your live. One, you want to have a name for your show. It's a show. It's not just I pop up and do live whenever I feel like it. You want to have that idea. You want to have a name for it. You want to be consistent. If you're going to go live once a week, let your audience know what day you're going live. You're going to do 3 times a week, let them know. Be consistent. Also, you have to think about your audience. This is not the time to go live and talk about you. As wonderful as you are, nobody cares. This is not, unless you some celebrity that they want to know every minute. And we don't, I won't say we like our own, but LinkedIn and about that, that's Instagram. Then you follow the followers and that's them. So those are the things. One other thing that we do consistently, we build a community. What does that mean? Tommy and I put in work after. So Tommy's great at saying, I hate stealing stuff, but we together so often I sound like Tommy. It's what happens when the cameras go off. See, we know a lot of people. We've had several of them on our show that when the cameras go off and when the video's over, the show is over, poof, be gone. Tommy and I consistently, when the show is over, it may be 30 minutes, an hour, whatever time it is, we're going in there. We're engaging with our people. We're encouraging our people. That's why our people love each other. Because we love them. And so those are the type of things. So let me recap and I'll throw it over to Tommy real quick. Have a title. Have a time. Be consistent and build community. Engage. You've got to engage. What would you like to add, Coach?
I'm going to say it like this on behalf of entrepreneurs that are here. Listen, you can have a multitude of followers, but at the same time, it's all about the value that you're providing. Just like Shawn was mentioning, there's the value that you're providing. Even in your posting, you want to post on behalf of the pain points of your particular target market.
Say that.
If you have no idea what their pain points are, then you might not know what your particular target market is. So just think about it. We were just talking about going live. You can go ahead and go live, but if you're not understanding or being strategic as far as what it is that you're trying to attract, think about it. It's like a relationship. You know, you got the men, you got the women, or whatever the situation is. What type of person do you want to spend the rest of your life with? What
Mhm.
type of person do you want to build with? Sometimes understand what type of person that you are. Because a lot of times on the show, we talk about desperate spirits. You know what I'm saying? Anything that you do
Mhm.
with a desperate spirit is going to take more time before you actually get a harvest within that, within whatever it is that you're doing. Just think of it like this. If you're doing anything out of a spirit of desperation, that's the type of people that you're going to attract
Yeah.
at that particular point in time. People that's going to come in and be like, yeah, Shawn, I'm going to go ahead and come in. I'm going to blow up your business. I'm coming to do this. I'm coming to do that. And then next thing you know, you don't really hear from those people anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because either there's a few things on behalf of that. It's either they're not in season on behalf of what they're saying. It's a situation where they don't really believe that they can do what they can do, or they had that particular type of understanding or that particular type of desperation on behalf of why they did what they did on that day. But at the same time, just like Shawn just mentioned, once the phone hangs up, once the cameras go off, is when you're going to find the true value of that particular individual. Treat every situation just like a deck of cards. There's 52 cards in a deck. There's 4 aces. You're going to find an ace every day. Just continue flipping a card. Continue flipping a card. You're going to find that particular ace. But until that time comes, it's all about learning. You need to learn before you earn. If you're not taking the time to learn about the different levels to entrepreneurship, then you're going to get sucked in to the fact of today being the 7th. But at the same time, this is the 10th month. What has been going on all year? Have you been sleeping inside this particular year? Some people are not even in this particular year, although they're existing in this particular year. There got some people that's out there, they still are stuck in like December 2019. You know what I'm saying? When the pandemic hit last year, you know, people come up with all these ideas as far as their New Year's resolution. Well, look at what happened on last year. The pandemic started in March. So a lot of those, you know, situations end up dying down because it was so much uncertainty that was actually taking place. But all in all, always understand whatever your particular goals are, you're trying to get a W for that particular day. We tired taking L's. Me and Shawn, we collaborate. We talk so much to the point to where, hey, you know, my brother, I'm getting up at 2 o'clock in the morning. I tell him what time I'm getting up. So sometimes, you know what I'm saying, I be waiting for his first message in the morning. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm excited because I know each day is a gift. You know what I'm saying? When you have another person that you're actually working with, you stay motivated to continue to do what it is that you said you're going to do. But sometimes people are trying to do this thing alone, and it's not designed for you to do certain things alone. So always be willing to learn. Always be willing to be coachable, and everything gonna make sense.
Love it. I love it. So I have a company on LinkedIn. Is this something that I should focus on? Maybe you mean you have a company page. Uh, but no, the company page, as Tommy says, it goes down in the DM. The majority of what you do is going to go down. Okay, it's going to go down on your personal profile. Company pages are really if you want to run ads. So that's really kind of the gist of the company page. You can get some followers on there, but you're not going to get nearly the engagement of if you are doing most of your activity on your personal profile. So let me give you a perfect example. If you're at a networking event and I'm meeting Tommy at a networking event, we're going to have a much better relationship if it's Shawn and Tommy, as opposed if it's AT&T Shawn with Shell Oil Company Tommy. So we don't, even as humans, we don't communicate as companies. So my point of that is focus on your personal page. You can have a company page. There's nothing wrong with that. In fact, there's a good, there's some benefits to it, but the majority of what you're going to do, the majority of your relationships are going to be based on your personal profile. So I hope that answers that question.
Let me add a little mix to that.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Here's the deal. It's all about self-branding.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Understand what self-branding is. You want to put yourself out there. Yeah, the company is important, but at the same time, you're building conversation, you're building that know, like, and trust with other humans. So you don't want to be in a particular type. It depends on what type of company you have now. You know what I'm saying? If you, let's say, for instance, a lot of times we joke around about the WYSIWYG juice. We just brought that situation up. So let's say you got this particular product and you have this particular company attached to that calling card that we was talking about. So you don't want to come into a conversation with that particular type of calling card because people are going to prejudge you. You're not going to get no particular conversation because they're going to be like, oh, Lord, here comes this. How many people are tired of these Bitcoin people? I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? They're coming from all in. They even coming on Clubhouse these days.
Oh, my God.
How you doing? Where are you from? You know what I'm saying? That type of stuff. You don't want to have that particular type of situation attached to you. Also, there's another particular level of LinkedIn. Mm-hmm. There's this particular level whenever it comes towards connections. You know what I'm saying? You can go in and you can send all the connections that you want strategically, but of course there's a cutoff. There's a limit under, let's say, 100 per week. Yeah. Now, strategically, what you want to do is you want to only focus on individuals that's actually active. You don't want to focus on just going into the searching for a particular set of people, because a lot of these particular individuals are really not even active to the particular site. So if you're sending out connection requests just to every and anybody, that's not the route that you want to take, because what can happen is strategically someone can click, I do not know this person. And what's going to happen is they're going to flag your particular account to where you can't send connection requests anymore. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's going to like take you out for like a whole month at that particular point in time. Mm-hmm. So although people be like, I don't know this Shawn Hill guy, they just thinking that's cool, but at the same time that hurts his particular profile because they look at it in a negative way. So always be strategic with every single thing that you do. If you ever need any type of help, we already know where to find us, baby. We in the streets. We definitely in the streets of LinkedIn. We having fun, and we got a cutoff time. Let me say that. We got a cutoff time. At the same time, we're going to give you the full juice all day, every day. And, sometime we take off we'll say Sunday afternoon. We'll take off Sunday afternoon, but Sunday morning, we got to talk self-care. I'm going to leave it at that.
All right, guys. So let me talk about groups. Let me talk about groups real quickly, and then I'm going to share a nugget. And Tommy's been with me since day one. He's been doing this. I've never shared this with anybody because this is proprietary stuff for the people who have my course only. I'm going to share that with you. But one, so groups are good for one thing on LinkedIn, and that's the ability to communicate with people who are not your second and third, who are on your second and third level. So here's how LinkedIn works real quickly. If Erica and I are what's called first level, in other words, we've connected, I can message her directly. If I don't know Tommy, I'm not connected to him, but Erica knows Tommy, then Tommy is my second level. Under only very rare occasion can I connect with Tommy or message him. I can send a connection request, but until he accepts that, I can't message him. And if Tommy has another person that he knows, that makes that other person my third level. I sure can't connect with them, but here's where groups come in. If you're in the group with one of these people, you can message them directly. That's the benefit of a group. The benefit of a group is not to get in and I can post my stuff and I can get engagement, because that's dead. That's dead. That the groups are dead as far as engagement. Very little engagement. Tommy and I in a lot of groups, and there's very, very little engagement. But you can use that to strategically, Tommy's word, strategically message your audience. Message those people and say, hey, I see that we're in the same group, and go that far. So here's the nugget. I'm gonna give y'all. Never share this anywhere, even on the show. You may already have 100, 200, 300, 1,000 people in your network. If you don't warm them up, because the focus is on getting new people, work with what you already have. The way to warm those up, if you haven't already gone in and start endorsing their skills and endorsements, that triggers something for LinkedIn. So when I endorse Erica, it sends Erica a message. Erica, Shawn endorsed you for marketing. You're going to get a lot of conversations started because Erica's now going to say, oh, thank you. LinkedIn makes it real easy. Oh, thank you for endorsing me for marketing. Everything is about starting that conversation. I've never shared that anywhere else. I've never shared. Tommy, have I shared it before? Have I said that he's been with me since day one. I've never shared that anywhere else, but right here.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised that you did
I had
it
to give
too.
him something good, Doc. I had to give him something good.
I'm surprised that you
I
did
had done before. But Tommy will tell you, that's solid gold. Warm up those old relationships. You can do 5 or 10 new people a day, but you already have 500, 600 people. Go through there. Like those interests, that's going to send them a message. The ones that's talking about, the ones that's active, going to see that message. They're going to get back with you. Now the conversation started. Never said
you
that.
know what? I think I'm finna just leave Facebook alone all the way.
You did.
Hey, let me say this. Let me say this. Check
Stop
this out.
playing.
So now that you just got that particular goal, understand this. Yeah, you may have 100, 200, 1,000 connections, but what you want to do is, what you don't want to do is, you know how like on Facebook when you're doing your prospecting, you start to open up all these tabs or all these particular profiles. You don't want to do it like that on LinkedIn because they'll consider that as you're using some sort of tool. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be looked at in a negative way towards the algorithm on anything that you're actually doing because Shawn, tell them about that one lady, what it was. She had like 40,000, 50,000 connections and they got rid of her. Talk to her.
Yeah, I mean, you can be on here and, it doesn't matter once we're saying we don't own any of these platforms. So she had 40, 50,000 connections. LinkedIn said, man, you're done. You're done. Now she was able to appeal and she got her account back. But think of how long it took her to get that. And a social media platform can say you done. So getting to what Tommy said, you want to be strategic about how you're doing this, right? If they're not in your target market, I wouldn't do it for them. And you want to only do a handful a day. You want to spend 4 or 5 hours click, 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 because now you look automated. It looks like a machine. And if you do it in that way, they will shut your account down. So be strategic, do 10, 15 a day. Look, if you do 10 a day and you do it for 25 days, that's 250 new connections. That's plenty. Be strategic with this thing.
Wow. Thank you so much. Wow. You benefited me. I appreciate if y'all listen. All right. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. Woo, I knew they was gonna bring the fire. Y'all in the audience, y'all knew it. Y'all knew it. That's why y'all here. I want to tell y'all that this has been the most people that have attended one of these startup grind in Nashville chapter. Yes. And it's my first paid workshop as well.
All right.
So,
all right.
yes.
Good for you. Good for you.
And so, no, it has everything to do with you all being so community minded and how you move and how you are community minded. I want to talk about that just 1 minute. We got 1 minute left. How do you all do this community?
It's about love. It's about love. When you get in alignment with a gentleman like Tommy, and you know his heart, and you know his heart to give, what's our saying? Your vibe will attract your tribe. I'm all about heart. I'm all about community. I'm all about giving. So when you connect with another person that's like that, it's like gold. It's like it just makes it easy because our mindset is in who we can help. How can we help our people? What can we do for our people? And when you do that for enough people, guess what? They give back to you, no problem.
Love. Yes.
All about love. It's all about love.
Woo! That's how we're gonna end this. All about love. I love y'all for coming. I want y'all to come back. Let me tell you, I love y'all so much. And you know what? Tell us how to reach you. I did post again, Shawn, your information. You get a complimentary. Come on, y'all. It's compliment. I don't know why it's complimentary. He gonna cut it. I done told you we can cut it off. He's giving out profile reviews. Okay, profile reviews. Go to his LinkedIn. It's in here. Right here. It's Calendly.
Well, you do
Calendly.com.
the real easy way.
Coach.
The real easy way is ShawnEHill.com.
ShawnEHill.com.
Take you right there.
Go there. And then we got Tommy Dural, the mindset, the health and purpose coach at TommyDural.com. Easy, breezy, and love it. Yes, yes, yes. So is there anything else that you all want to say to close?
No, just really thank you, Erica, for inviting us here. We love having you on the show. And you kind of left some stuff out too, because you on our shows on Fridays and you on our show on Sundays now. And so, hey, if y'all want to see somebody that's really about helping you move your life to the next level mentally, got mindset coach here, but then there are other things that goes along with that. Make sure if you don't catch our show any other day, we want you all the time. So make sure you catch it on Fridays and you catch it on Sundays, because Erica's going to be on the show. Now, we won't be on tomorrow, right? I have something I have to take her on tomorrow, but she'll be on our show Sunday. And I know, I miss it too. I wish anyway. I'm not gonna go there. Go ahead, talk, coach, because you know me. I keep talking.
I'm gonna keep it simple this time, man. Listen, people, we can go to the top if you're not afraid. That's all I'm gonna say. We can go to the top if you're not afraid. But if you're afraid, right now it's not the season to attend these particular gatherings, because we trying to make sure that we pour so much value to the point to where you're going to win, you're going to get results on the first day. On the first day. You heard me?
It's
reach
true.
Out. Reach out. I'm telling you, if you want your business to go up, hey, if you're ready to go to the next level, we just had a segment on that just yesterday. If you're ready to take your business to the next level, feel free to reach out. Don't allow that small voice. Don't allow that small voice to keep you from this. If your spirit don't allow you to tap into this, hey, I don't understand what to tell you on behalf of that, but at the same time, it's a safe space. Erica talk about that all the time, about having a safe space. We have a safe space for entrepreneurs to come and learn, to come and engage with other entrepreneurs. It's a beautiful setup. It's like you can't even tell, you know what I'm saying? Oh my goodness. I get so excited about it. Hey, I don't even know what to say. I'm happy to be here. I appreciate y'all having us. You know what I'm saying? When y'all ready for us again, let us know. We wide open. Not say wide open, because
not wide open.
Eventually, hey, we're gonna be like TD Jakes. You ain't gonna be able to talk to her. So go ahead and reach out while you can, because we're only 3 months in. That's what's so crazy about it. But when you come and get that experience, it's like going to the Potter's house. If anybody ever been to the Potter's, I've been there. It's like an experience of a lifetime. You come in there, you got so many people engaging, so many people loving on each other. Y'all got to see it. You got to get the experience at least one time. But I'm going to say it like this. If you come, feel free to jump in the chat and start holding conversation.
Yes.
Every particular opportunity, every day, there's so much uncertainties in this world. Every day is a day to have a networking event. If you're at a networking event where they got a lot of people talking and you want to sit in the back because that's your usual thing, just sit in the back of the pictures all the time, what happens in the jungle when you're in the back of the pack? My baby, my brother, you lunch. You heard me? You lunch back there. I'm just saying. I'm going to leave it at that. I appreciate it.
Well, I do want to do a quick testimonial right here, right now. Working with these gentlemen, I have went from I don't have availability anymore on my Calendly. Also, I went from charging $200 a session to $500 a session. I was in a bad place. Tommy, where listen, negative bank account as an entrepreneur because it's real out here in these streets. I am doing great. Just got a loan for $500. So excited about that. It's gonna tie me over for everything that I need. It's amazing because I don't want to do anything that's a loan that anyway, we don't want to go into that. I just want to say that working with them, I have leveled up. And they can tell it too. I cannot and I feel guilty a little bit because I'm not able to tap in as much as I would like to. But y'all go tap in. When you tap in, like do 2 weeks. Just do 2 weeks with them tapping in, and you will see a change. I'm just saying for real because it's been like that for me. Thank you guys so much. Thank y'all so much for coming.
You're so welcome. Always, fam. We're always here for you.